All signs point to this. Calgary Flames top prospect Zayne Parekh has joined the team after yet another standout season in the OHL. He's coming at a very interesting time where the Flames are battling for their playoff lives and could very much use an extra push. Is Parekh a true difference maker, and will we see him this season? All signs point to a little bit of saying yes to that one. We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. And before we get into the Parekh talk, let's talk about last night's game. And it's kind of unfortunate to be saying this, of course, but it was a bit of a special game in the sense that, unfortunately, in case you missed it, yesterday, Greg Millen actually passed away. Obviously, a member of the Calgary Flames family, has been doing color commentary for the Flames for a few years now, and unfortunately did pass away yesterday. So the Flames played a bit of a tribute game to him. You know, such an amazing hockey mind, just a fountain of knowledge, and very unfortunate that he did pass away. All thoughts and prayers go out to his friends and family, the Flames community in general, and may he, of course, rest in peace. But like I said, the Flames playing kind of in honor of Gregsy Millsy, as he was actually known around the league as by all of his beloved teammates and everyone else. And the Flames, they got it done for him with a 3-2 win over the San Jose Sharks. It was kind of, biting your nails a little bit heading into the third period, down 1-0. But hey, we know the Flames are a comeback team, and they obviously get the job done here. It seems like, it's kind of different heroes every game, but the one staple, of course, Dustin Wolf, he had another sensational game. If we get into the box score here, he gave up just 2 goals on 31 shots, the .935 save percentage, 29 saves. He stood on his head, obviously playing against, his hometown team. In his hometown, he seems to always perform that much better, not only against the California team specifically, but especially the Sharks. He was on fire, one of the heroes, of course. The skaters who got in the score sheet, Huberdeau got a goal. It kind of looked like it was going to be Morgan Frost's goal. I believe that's what it was originally called for a long time. Does go to Huberdeau. Coronato gets a goal, and Klapka gets a goal. He was the other hero in this one. What a game from him. I think everyone wants to see him as a mainstay at the NHL level next season, especially. Kadri, Frost, Weegs, and Ball all getting assists, spraying the wealth a little bit there. What a phenomenal game from the boys. A comeback win is obviously huge. I love these two things here. So Eric Francis tweeted out that this is the 6th third period comeback, gives the Flames another dramatic win. So the 6th time that's happened, inching them within 4 of Minnesota with a game in hand and 5 games remaining for the Flames. Stage set for quite the showdown at the Dome Friday with the Wild. It will be huge. Klapka and Wolf, the heroes. Coronato with the winner. They just don't quit. Those pesky Flames. The find-away Flames love it. Wes Gilbertson also tweeted out something that didn't seem like a definitive even a few weeks ago. The Flames need to plan for towering right winger Adam Klapka to be a full-timer in 2025-26. Was Monday's difference maker. His team had nothing going when he scored a goal and then drew a penalty in a span of 1 minute and 35 seconds. He was on fire in that third period, and it was just great to see. We've seen kind of those bursts of energy, bursts of skill, bursts of being a difference maker this season from Clapper, but he has totally arrived, kind of burst onto the scene in a way, but he is just a phenomenal player, really deserved the result that he got yesterday and that the Flames got, keeping us in this race. And speaking of that, let's take a look at the standings here. So as we saw before, the Flames are just 4 points back of Minnesota now with a game in hand. But, the clock is ticking. There's not many games left here. The Flames really have to do a showing against Minnesota on Friday and hope for a little bit of help, as well as Minnesota kind of has pretty much all the tiebreakers on the Flames. One note, too, is the Flames are actually only 6 points back of the Oilers, who have been struggling a little bit lately. Now, do I see a world where the Flames pass the Oilers? No, but hey, crazier things have happened. Imagine if the Flames knock the Oilers out of the playoffs if they can't get into a wild card spot. Call me crazy for saying that. I just had to bring it up because the Oilers still have yet to clinch a playoff spot, have some health issues, and You just never know. But obviously, hopefully Minnesota is the team we can catch. St. Louis at least finally lost. So at least we won't see them go 16-0 to the Cup. But, well, they still might. I can't even say that. But at least they lost after the Four Nations face-off, it essentially seems. What a team they are. But the Flames, they obviously do stay alive. If we take a look at the money puck odds, 12% is what the Flames are kind of rocking around right now. Minnesota at above 90%. Obviously, the Blues there pretty much at 97% in, and the Oilers at 99.7% in. But there's a 0.3% chance they don't make it, and we have the power to do that. What a story it would be if we could do that. But, hey, the odds aren't in our favor, but, hey, we've been knocked down before. It's time to make a difference. Of course, go Flames go. And we could have some help coming, as all signs point to this. I said it in the intro, but all signs point to Zayne Parekh playing some NHL hockey this season. Now, I can tell you right now, the Flames business-like did the actual transaction. They have recalled Zayne Parekh from the Saginaw Spirit of the OHL. He is with the team. We already knew he was with the team. We already knew he was traveling with the team, but it was made official today. The official business transaction was made. But, so Friedman, not mincing words, he said this on the 30 Thoughts podcast yesterday. He said, Zayne Parekh, going to be interesting. He's going to Calgary. That's when we knew he already was. And we'll see when they feel they can throw him in there. So it's not a matter of if it happens, it's a matter of when it happens. When is he going to be put into the actual lineup, play some NHL hockey? I hope he plays the rest of the games, to be honest. I think he could give us that jump we need to make sure we're scoring goals, especially, in the first period and second period. It'd be nice to not have to be biting our nails going into the third period, but Parekh, a matter of when, not if, is phenomenal. So top prospect, Zayne Parekh has joined the Flames after his Saginaw Spirit were eliminated in the first round of the OHL playoffs. We've got an article here. So Kareem Kurzi breaks down how the defense pairings could look and who is the odd man out when Parekh slots in. Check it out. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We're not going to go over, obviously, the entire article, but it is very interesting to go over. So Zayne Parekh has officially arrived after his Saginaw Spirit bowed out of the OHL playoffs in 5 games last week. The Flames' top prospect made his way to San Jose yesterday to join the team. He'll join the team immediately at practice and will almost certainly play his first NHL game this season. If that does not get you excited as a Flames fan, I hate to break it to you. You might want to cheer for another team. This is one of the most exciting things I can remember happening in quite a while for, our prospects and that kind of thing. I'm just so pumped about this. I can't say enough good things about Parekh, and I really hope we do see him. So Kevin Ball is the best option to pair with Parekh. That's according to the article, and honestly, I completely agree. So Kevin Ball is really the only option to play next to Parekh in Kurji's opinion here. So Parekh is an offense-first right shot defender who thrives when he's carrying the puck and is allowed to be creative in the offensive zone and in transition. For him to succeed, he needs a player to complement that skill set as best as possible. Ideally, that player would be a defense-first left shot defender who can shut down opposing rushes and be a safety if Parekh decides to pinch or carry the puck deep in the offensive zone. So obviously, what pairs best with an offensive defenseman? A defensive defenseman, a stay-at-home defenseman like Kevin Ball, especially since they obviously shoot opposite ways from each other. Kevin Ball is kind of the best option to pair with most good defensemen, it almost seems, but it's just true. I know Ball's playing with Andersson, but if Parekh comes in, why not put him in the most comfortable position possible? Andersson's already a pro. He should be able to succeed no matter who he's with. Give Parekh the best chance to succeed in his young career. I think putting him with Ball as well would be absolutely spectacular. I honestly think Kevin Ball is the unsung hero of this Flames season and why they've been successful. Obviously, Wolf is in there. Players like Kadri and Huberdeau that have stepped up, but really when it comes down to it, the Flames are a really good defensive team, and a lot of that is thanks to Kevin Ball. So why not slot Parekh in with Ball? That is what I would love to see. But let's get into what these scenarios could look like if Parekh does come in. So the first one is the Ball-Parekh scenario. So these lines would be Hanley with Weegar, Parekh with a Ball, and then Andersson can go with Bean with Pahal as the extra. Now, personally, I think maybe Bean should be the odd man out, but the coaching, they probably know what they're doing, and they would probably do something similar to this. I agree. The second scenario is putting Hanley, another more so defensive guy, I guess. Obviously, Weegar's partner with Parekh. I don't agree with that scenario as much just because of how good Weegar and Hanley have been. I would much rather see the Ball Parekh one, but it is another scenario. So Bean with Weegar, Ball with Andersson, so they remain together, and then Hanley and Parekh with Pahal as the extra. So again, it could make sense. It definitely does work. And the D pairings and obviously offensive lines seem to shift a lot. I do like the first scenario there better. And honestly, that would excite me more than anything else the Flames could possibly do right now, other than maybe bringing Iggy out of retirement and getting him in the lineup. But it's a wonderful time. I'm so glad Parekh is practicing. If there is an update before tomorrow's game that he's going in, you can expect one of the most exciting, energetic videos this channel has ever seen, and I'm sure all of you Flames fans will agree. I just cannot wait. Parekh is here. It is time for the Z of Red, and I couldn't be more excited. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel. It just goes perfectly with what we were just talking about, and that's why I had to choose it. So just my opinion. They said, yes, let's get Parekh up here. Give him some NHL playing time and let him get ready to try and make the roster next season. Plus, I can't wait to see him in a Flames uniform. Absolutely 100% agree. I absolutely love it. I don't even have anything to add to that. It speaks for itself. We all want Parekh. Come on, Huska. Make it happen. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.